Well, good evening, everybody. It's Don Ling with you once again from the top of the park here at the Charlottetown Driving Club. And we're getting ready for another evening of Thursday night racing. I'm not sure. We don't have feedback, do we, Al? I want to thank the lovely Cheryl Allen over there at the Studio 10 location for introducing the show and the nice introduction as we have every week. We've got 10 dashes on tap here tonight. Norman's hasn't arrived as of yet, but I'm sure he'll be along shortly. We've got a rather interesting program. A few good classes later on in the show, but we've got the 2-year-old colt who is the winningest horse this year. As a 2-year-old, the winningest horse who's ever been at age 2 in the Maritimes, Harborview Bunter. He goes in race 6 on the rail against a good aged field, and that's been enhanced somewhat by a late scratch, and the horse off the also eligible list will be Kiwi Kelly, just a fine racehorse. He'll be in there along with some other good ones. Sugar Skipper is one that comes to mind very quickly. And Harborview Bunter will have his work cut out for him, but this 2-year-old has certainly been impressive this season in his 8 starts, and it'll be interesting to see how he can match strides with the older horses. We've got another good stakes horse in Glengyle Tammy. She goes in race 9, our feature tonight. And this 3-year-old has won just about $12,000 this season for Dougie McGregor, her breeder, owner, and driver. And Glengyle Tammy will be out of the 4-hole in that race. Right now it's race number 1, an E3A pace. There's 8 entries. The favorite is number 4, Blackberry Wine. Let's listen to Kevin's call.
3 Newport Jason, 4 Blackberry Wine, 5 Sandy Miller, 6 River Valley's Kaylee, the outside 7 Island Eliza, 1 trailer 8 Lil Ernestine. Here they come. They're off, and Darling Chris, Newport Jason and Blackberry Wine. Race 3 wide off the gate. They battle for top spot into the turn. It's Darling Chris on top. Newport Jason coming up on the outside. Now grabs top spot. Darling Chris racing second. Blackberry Wine outside in 3. 4th at the rail is Craig's Honey. They're going to the opening quarter. Newport Jason off the top. Blackberry Wine drives up 2 on the outside. Takes over the lead as they pass the opening quarter. It's now Blackberry Wine on top. Newport Jason second. Darling Chris third. 4th is Craig's Honey. Lil Ernestine in 5. And Sandy Miller, River Valley's Kelly. Your trailer, Island Eliza. 31 seconds by the opening quarter. They come off the top turn, racing for the half. Blackberry Wine on top. Newport Jason racing second. Darling Chris in 3. 4th now to the outside, Craig's Honey, following wide in 5, Lil Ernestine. They pass the halfway point with the lead up front, Blackberry Wine. Newport Jason drives outside second. Darling Chris at the rail in 3, Craig's Honey wide in 4. Up along the rail, Island Eliza now 5th, and Lil Ernestine, Sandy Miller, River Valley's Kaylee trails. 105 and 1 by the half. They go by the 5/8 and up the backstretch for the final time to the 3/4. It's Blackberry Wine on top. Newport Jason outside second. Craig's Honey drives 3 wide third. Up between horses, Island Eliza now racing 4th. Lil Ernestine 3 wide and 5. Darling Crest and River Valley's Kelly. Sandy Miller trails. They go on to the 7/8. Craig's Honey 3 wide outside and to the top. 138 and 1 by the 3/4. They have an 1/8 of them all left to go. Craig's Honey takes him off the top turn for home. Newport Jason, Island Eliza coming up on the outside. Craig's Honey, Island Eliza drives up on the outside. It's gonna be Craig's Honey, Island Eliza, Lil Ernestine for 3.
And Harold Shepard kicks things off here tonight with a win behind Craig's Honey, a 3-year-old filly, maritime bred by Umbro Lynx. That's the sire of Express Extra, a super horse of just a few short years ago, now racing in Ontario and with a record of 58 in the piece. Express Extra certainly did his thing around the CDP back, I guess it was in 1982, with a trip 2 minutes and 4/5 here. Well, this is by the same sire, Umbro Lynx, a filly called Craig's Honey, and that's her second win of the year. She's off 2/3 in her last two, and she comes back here to be a winner, just holding on to hold off Island Eliza, another 3-year-old filly by AC's Dandy. Craig's Honey gets a new record with that 2:10-1 trip. And looks like she's finding herself after having a little trouble. I believe she was involved in an accident earlier this season after training very well in the spring and looking like she would be something. She's coming on now to find herself, and look for her to improve over the next few weeks. Owned by Ivan McPhee, a gentleman who loves the horses and loves this filly.
To the wires, and official winner of race 1, your number 1 entry, Craig's Honey. 3-year-old pacing bay filly by Umbro Lynx from the Dam Honey Craig. On by Ivan McPhee, Charlottetown, Harold Shepard picks up his 13th winning drive of the season. Puts a new race record of 2:10-1 on 1, Craig's Honey. Nine, 8, 5, Sandy Miller 5, 6, River Valley's Kaylee 6, 7, Island Eliza 2, 8, Lil Ernestine 3, fractions, quarter 31, half 105-1, 3/4 138-1, time for them all 2:10-1, a new race record for 1, Craig's Honey, top down 174. 85623. Now rating are the entries in race 2. First half of the Daily Double also features Quinella Wagering, 1 Mark Roxy. Owned by Myron McDonald, co-fed, Cal McQuarrie drives. 2 Oil Dancer. Owned by Kenny Wood, Southport, Jack Bernard in the bike. 3 Belle Bayama. Owned by Yves Fillion, Lachute, Quebec, David Arsenault in the bike. 4 Mona's Choice. Owned by Lolita Myers, Mount Albion, driven by Vince Polton. 5 Harborview Ann. Owned by Don and Mary Lang, driven by Joe Smallwood. 6 How Great Thou Art. Owned by John Miller Morrell, driven by Gary Chappell. 7 Denton Dell. Owned by Ed McLeod Vernon, driven by Ronnie Gass. 8 April's Frisco. Owned by Joe Fogarty Cardigan. Ralph Annier will do the driving. Post time for the second race has been set at 8:03. That leaves just 5 minutes to wager on race 2. It features Daily Double and Quinella Wagering.
And watching Ralph Annier go by for the benefit of all Island fans, but especially you out there in Kings County, Ralph Annier next week, Norman, will be up behind the undefeated 2-year-old superstar in trot ranks, Maple Leaf Bramble, unbeaten this year in about, 6 stakes, perhaps. Winner of, he must be getting up over 15,000, is he?
Must be.
A couple of races. Let's have a look at race 2.
1 Mark Roxy, 2 Oil Dancer, 3 Belle Bayama, 4 Mona's Choice, 5 Harborview Ann, 6 How Great Thou Art, 7 Denton Dell, 1 Trailer 8 April's Frisco. Here they come. They're off, and Oil Dancer, Denton Dell, and a Mark Roxy battle for top spot into the turn. Oil Dancer on the outside looks for the lead. Mark Roxy along the rail has it. April's Frisco racing third. Mona's Choice in 4. Out of 5 is How Great Thou Art, then Denton Dell, Harborview Ann. Having problems at the back is Belle Bayama. They race to the opening quarter. It's Mark Roxy off the top. April's Frisco up tight second. Racing out of 3 is Oil Dancer. Mona's Choice Choice sits in 4. From 5, How Great Thou Art. And it's Harborview and Denton Dell. Your trailer is Bell by Emma. They race 2, the 3/8. Mark Roxy off the top, 32 seconds by the opening quarter. Oil Dancer up the challenge outside. Second, April's Frisco racing a third. Fourth is Mona's Choice. Here comes Harborview Ann from the back. She's up the race outside in 5. And How Great Thou Art, Denton Dell. And Bell by Emma trails. Passing the halfway point, Oil Dancer to the top. Mark Roxy now racing second. Harborview Ann outside in 3. Fourth at the rail is April's Frisco. Denton Dell outside in 5. They were by the half in 1:04. Racing by the 5/8. Oil Dancer by 1.5. Harborview Ann quickly on the outside. The race in 2. Mark Roxy sits third. Denton Dell outside in 4. They race 2. The 3/4 with the lead up front is Oil Dancer. Up 2 on the outside is Harborview Ann. Mark Roxy racing third. Denton Dell, Mona's Choice outside in 5. They race on 2. The 7/8. Oil Dancer on top. 1:35 and 4 by the 3/4. They have an 1/8 of a mile left to go. Outside and to the top is Harborview Ann. Racing second is Oil Dancer. Mark Roxy outside in 3. Through the stretch for the mile. Harborview Ann. Oil Dancer still there along the rail. Right down to the wire. It's Harborview Ann. Oil Dancer. Mark Roxy for 3.
The master of Harborview Farms is on his way to the winner's circle for this one. It's been long awaited. First win of the year for Harborview Ann. A filly that is exceptionally well bred. Had a few troubles early on in the year, and as Don was explaining, just recently had a little stall accident and laid her up for another couple of weeks, but looks like she's in sharp form now to participate in the PDI Colt Stakes next week. A nice new record of 2:07 for Harborview Ann.
Plant electrician to the Parimutuel office, please. To the wires, your unofficial winner of race 2, your number 5 entry, Harborview Ann. 3-year-old pacing brown filly by Escort from the Dan Child's Play. On the Don and Mary Ling of Charlottetown, Joe Smallwood picks up his 28th winning drive of the season. Puts a new race record of 2:07 on 5, Harborview Ann.
And a family group down there. I believe there's Don at the head of the horse. And I'm not sure, but I think that perhaps is Don's in-laws, but we'll find out when they come back up. Nice looking filly here by Escort, an American sire. And here are the official results.
Roxy 3, 2 Oil Dancer 2, 3 Bell by Emma 7, 4 Mona's Choice 4, 5 Harborview Ann, your race winner, 6 How Great Thou Art 5, 7 Denton Dell 6, 8 April's Frisco 8, fractions quarter 32, half 1:04, 3/4 1:35 and 4. Time for the mile 2:07, a new race record for 5, Harborview Ann. Top down 3:27, 4:1, 5:68. Now Operating are the entries in race 3, second half of the double. It features Exactor Wagering, 1 Kilmuir Max. Owned and driven by Warren Gregory, Charlottetown. 2 John Way. On by Lester Rankin, Charlottetown, Alphonse Pino drives. 3 Tom's Jewel. On by Artie Betts, Sherwood, Len McGuigan driving. 4 KJ's Phantom. On by Patricia McLean, Montague, Vince Bolton in the bike. 5 Rough and Tough. Owned and driven by Darrell Neal, North Milton. 6 Peg's Fool. Owned and driven by Alison Walsh, Albany. 7 KR Maldo. On by Alf Condon and driver Willie Murphy. 8 Y Worry N. On by Bob Mitchell, Fort Augustus, Joe McRae will do the driving. Post time for race 3 has been set at 8:22. That leaves 7 minutes to wager on the third race. It features Exactor Wagering. KJ's Phantom, 5 Rough and Tough, 6 Peg's Fool. The outside 7 KR Maldo. Your trailer is 8 Y Worry N. Here they come. They're off and they're 5 wide as they leave the gate. John Way up between horses for the lead into the turn. Racing it along the rail second is Kilmuir Max. I drive into the turn on by the 8 Kilmuir Max. John Way drives up the leader outside second. Racing third is Tom's Jewel. Peg's Fool and 4 KJ's Phantom from 5. Outside and to the top as they race to the opening quarter is John Way. Kilmuir Max now racing second. Tom's Jewel third. Peg's Fool are racing out of 4. KJ's Phantom looks at it from 5. And it's why we're in her off and tough. KR Maldo trails. John Way on top as they race to the 3/8. Opening quarter, 32 seconds off the top turn for the half. They come. It's John Way showing the way. Second is Kilmuir Max. Out of 3 is Tom's Jewel. Racing fourth, Peg's Fool. Why we're in makes a move. He's outside in 5. They race past the halfway point. It's John Way on top. Tom's Jewel comes out of outside second. Kilmuir Max racing third. Peg's Fool swings wide in 4. Why were we in outside in 5? Then KJ's Phantom, KR Maldo, and Rough and Tough trails. They race on to the 5/8, half in 1:05, on up the back stretch to the 3/4 they go. John Way by a neck. Outside second is Tom's Jewel. Peg's Fool with a rush on the outside. She's up 3 wide to grab the lead as they go by the 3/4. Tom's Jewel second. Why we're in coming quickly outside in 3. John Way drops back for KR Maldo wide in 5. They have an 1/8 of a mile left to go. It's Peg's Fool as they swing for home. 1:38 and 2 by the 3/4. Peg's Fool by 3 lengths. Why we're in a racing second. Tom's Jewel, KR Maldo. They'll battle it out for second and third spot. There's no catching Peg's Fool tonight. Up for second. It looks like KR Maldo. Why we're in for 3.
There we see Peg's Fool turning on the backside and coming back to the winner's circle. Peg's Fool making it 2 in a row here. Winner last week and right back here again to beat the same company, the $1,000 claimers. This time somewhat more favored on the board. And a nice trip of 2:09 for Peg's Fool. She seems to be pretty sharp these days, and long shot up for second in number 7, K.R. Maldo, so could be an interesting pay on the board.
To the wires, unofficial winner of race 3, your number 6 entry, Peg's Fool. 8-year-old pacing Bay Mare by Harry the Wake from the Dam Forever Peg. On the Allison Walsh Albany, Allison picks up his 3rd winning drive of the season. Time for the mile, 2:09.46. Peg's Fool. The official results of race 3, 1 Kilmuir Max 8, 2 John Way 5, 3 Tom's Jewel 4, 4 KJ's Phantom 7, 5 Rough and Tough 6, 6 Peg's Fool your race winner, 7 KR Maldo 2, 8 Y Worry N 3, fractions quarter 32, half 105, 3/4 138 and 2, time for the mile 2:09, top down 854, 76, 123. And there are the entries in race 4. It features Triacta and Quinella Wagering, 1 KT Molly, on by Arnold and Kevin Tremere, driven by Bernie Doucette, 2 Jones Dandy, on by Heath Craswell Winslow, driven by Toby McDonald, 3 Triple K, on by Myron Ford Harrington, Freddie Gregory driving, 4 Batting Star, on by David Wilkie Charlottetown, Clifford Murphy in the bike, 5 Bitters Boy, on by Mildred Bernard Charlottetown, Jack Bernard driving, 6 Ian Dare's Time, on by Ray and Ethel Bagnall, driven by Carl Bagnall, 7 B.A. Scott, on by Richie McPhee Cornwall, Brian McPhee in the bike, 8 Astounding, on by Everett Stewart Funberry. Everett will do the driving. Post time for the 4th has been set at 8:41. That leaves 6 minutes to wager on race 4. It features Triacta and Quinella Wagering. Dandy, 3 Triple K, 4 Batting Star, 5 Bitters Boy, 6 Ian Dare's Time, the outside 7 B.A. Scott, 1 trailer, 8 Astounding. Here they come. They're off, and KT Molly out along the rail takes them out of there. Triple K drives outside, 2nd Batting Star coming 3 wide outside and 3. I race into the turn, on by the 8th KT Molly on top. Batting Star drives up for 2, outside and 3. Is Ian Dare's Time. Triple K racing out of 4. B.A. Scott outside and 5. An Astounding Jones Dandy. Bitters Boy out the back. They arrive at the opening quarter. It's KT Molly on top. Ian Dare's Time out 2 on the outside. 3rd at the rail is Batting Star. Triple K racing 4th. B.A. Scott outside and 5. I go on to the 3/8 battling for top spot. 32 seconds past the quarter. Looking for the lead. KT Molly outside is Ian Dare's Time. 2nd at the rail. Batting Star racing a 3rd. She's now to a break. I race through the stretch for the first time. Passing the halfway point. It's KT Molly on top. Ian Dare's Time racing 2nd. Batting Star back on stride outside and 3. Triple K racing 4th. B.A. Scott from 5. There goes Jones Dandy wide. 6 Astounding. Your trailer to the outside is Bitters Boy. 103 by the half. On up the back stretch for the final time. They go to the 3/4 with the lead. KT Molly has it by a length and a half. Ian Dare's Time racing 2nd. Batting Star outside and 3. Triple K up along the rail 4th. Wide in 5 is Jones Dandy. Then Bitters Boy, B.A. Scott, and Astounding trails. On to the 7/8 they go. KT Molly still on top. Racing it along the rail a 2nd. Ian Dare's Time. Batting Star 3rd. 1:36 and 1 by the 3/4. Off the 7/8 turn for home they come. It's KT Molly. Ian Dare's Time coming quickly up on the outside. KT Molly. It's gonna be KT Molly. Ian Dare's Time. It's awfully close for 3.
Well, Norman, a good stretch battle there, and the front runner, KT Molly, a 4-year-old, just able to hold off a 3-year-old critical time. Colt Ianar's time was racing much better the last couple of starts.
And we'll get to see Ianar's Time's little brother here next Thursday in the Ianar Dandy. Richard got him qualified again after his foolishness in these last couple of starts, so thinks he's got him all straightened out and he's ready to roll with him.
There's no doubt that Colt has speed, Norman. I'll attest to that. He just has got into a little bit of difficulty with his gait, and if Richard hasn't figured out, I'm sure he has, and we'll look for him to do something here next week. This Ianar's Time is showing up this mirror a little bit too, because this 3-year-old son of critical time is off a win last week, a second the week before, and here a second again, and this mile in 7 and 3 will look good in his program. He does have a charted line of 6 and 4 and 6 and 3, but had fallen off a little bit lately. Now he's right there in 2, 7 and 3 and looking good. But the winner was a 4-year-old daughter of Moldo by the name of KT Molly, and at this time, Norman, I'd like to pass out our best wishes to the chap who stands Moldo out in Murray River, Ralph McLean, who had an unfortunate work accident a few weeks ago, and he's recovering now. Hope Ralph comes along real well. There's Everett Stewart, is it? Going by with... No, I guess it's somebody out for a workout.
Very close photo, apparently, Don. They're holding them on the backstretch.
Waiting for the famous splashdown.
Waiting for the photo to be checked over.
And the
to the wires, your co-winner of race number 4, your number 1 entry, KT Molly. 4-year-old pacing bay mare by Moldo from the dam Miss Shadow Chief. On by Earl and Kevin Tremere, Peters Road. Bernie Doucette picks up his 4th winning drive of the season. The mare goes right to her mark of 2:07 and 3 for 1. KT Molly. On the Ray Enough of Bagnall Sherwood, Carl Bagnall picks up driving win number 6 on the season. The Colt scores a new race record of 2:07 and 3 for 6. Iadar's Time. 4, 2 Jones Dandy 7, 3 Triple K 3 Dead Heat, 4 Batting Star 5, 5 Bitter's Boy 3 Dead Heat, 6 Iadar's Time first Dead Heat, 7 B.A. Scott 6, 8 Astounding 8 Fractions quarter 32, half 103, 3/4 136 and 1. Time for the mile 2:07 and 3, a new race record for 6. Iadar's Time. Top down, 1 dead heat, 7, 3 dead heat, 5, 3 dead heat, first dead heat, 6-8.
Let's have a look here at the maiden class.
Race 5, it features Exactor and Quinella Wagering, 1 Jandy's Key. On the Ernest Taylor Orwell, Sidstead Jr. driving. 2 Missy Lehigh. On the Ross Coffin Surrey, Berton Coop driving. 3 The Dahlia Nipper. On by Gerald Fitzpatrick Woodville Mills, Earl Smith in the bike. 4 Newport Swift. On by Alexis McQuaid Charlottetown, driven by June Coyle. 5 Speedy Blick. On by John Hopkinson Charlottetown, driven by Gary Chappell. 6 Hawaiian Deal. On by Marcel Paul Quebec, Ronnie Gas drives. 7 ML Mac. On by Joseph Malone Bonshaw, Tom Pino driving. 8 Sunpoke Rick. On by Stan Pearden Montague, Ralph Annear will do the driving. Post time for race 5 has been set at 9:12. That leaves 6 minutes to wager on the 5th race. It features Exactor and Quinella Wagering.
Well, that's our maiden class here, race 5 tonight. There are 8 starters, and you had them introduced there by Kevin Gallant. Right now, we've got race 5 underway here in the maiden class, and the favorite looks to be number 8, Sunpoke Rick. Let's have a look.
5 Speedy Blick, 6 Hawaiian Deal. The outside 7 is ML Mac, 1 trailer 8 Sunpoke Rick. Here they come. They're off. off, and Missy Lehigh quick off the gate takes them out of there. Newport Swift drives outside second. Racing it along the rail third is Jandy's Key. The Dahlia Nipper up on the outside. Sudden Pokerick racing out of 5. I go by the 8th and up the back stretch to the opening quarter. With the lead now is Newport Swift. The Dahlia Nipper drives up 2 on the outside. Missy Lehigh racing out of 3. Well back in 4 is Jandy's Key. Sun Pokerick from 5. Then it's Hawaiian Deal, Speedy Blick. ML Mac is at the back. They pass the opening quarter, racing to the 3/8. Newport Swift on top. The Dahlia Nipper settling in second, and Missy Lehigh racing third. Then a gap of 7 lengths back to Jandy's Key fourth. Sun Pokerick outside in 5. 32-1 by the opening quarter. Maidens come off the 3/8 turn through the stretch for the half. They're led by Newport Swift up front. The Dahlia Nipper racing second, and Missy Lehigh third. Sun Pokerick outside in 4. Racing it along the rail, 5th is Jandy's Key. Hawaiian Deal wide 6. Speedy Black. ML Mac trails. They race into the turn to the 5/8. Newport Swift still off the top. Racing out of 2 is the Dahlia Nipper. Sun Pokerick outside in 3. 105 and 3 past the half. On up the back stretch for the final time. They go to the 3/4. Newport Swift on top. Racing second is the Dahlia Nipper. Missy Lehigh up along the rail, grabs third. Outside 4th is Sun Pokerick. Hawaiian Mirror racing out of 5. They go to the 7/8. With the lead up front is Newport Swift. The Dahlia Nipper racing second. Sun Pokerick. Hawaiian Deal outside in 4. 1:38 and 4 by the 3/4. They have an 1/8 of a mile left to go. It's Newport Swift now by 2. The Dahlia Nipper closing ground on the outside. It's Newport Swift. The Dahlia Nipper up on the outside. It's gonna be Newport Swift. The Dahlia Nipper. Sun Pokerick for 3.
Well, the maiden class is usually exciting, as it was there tonight. A very good stretch drive between the pace setter, Newport Swift, a 6-year-old daughter of Newport Robbie, who, let's see, number 4 on the board, was bet fairly well at $8.10, was, as a matter of fact, second choice. And the other horse in that drive to the wire was the Dahlia Nipper, a 3-year-old daughter of Trotsire Kings Island. But this filly is a pacer, and Earl Smith was in the bike for her, number 3, and she was bet well at $8.70. So those two put on quite a show through the lane. Finishing third in there was the favorite in the race, Sun Pokerick, a 4-year-old son of Rick's colt. With Ralph Anir driving, he was favored at $7.60. Not much to choose between those 3. And the other well-bet horse was number 7, ML Mac, at $9.70, but ML Mac, a 2-year-old, had a little trouble and was back near the back of the pack. Nice maiden mark of 2:11 for Newport Swift, a 6-year-old daughter of Newport Robbie, who is out of a Bobby Swift mare. And Bobby Swift didn't have too many race horses around or mares, but here he gets a broodmare credit on Newport Swift. This mare, I believe, had a foal a year or 2 ago and is now back to the races. Qualified as a 3-year-old in 15-3, but has made only $24 lifetime before this win. And I believe we have June Coyle in the bike here. June Coyle, quite a story around the CDP, a very hard-working young girl in the Joe Smallwood stable. June doesn't get many drives, but this year she's had at least 2 pari-mutuel wins. She got a win on Lehigh Gambler's first start of the year.
To the wires, the unofficial winner of race 5, your number 4 entry, Newport Swift. 6-year-old pacing Bay Mare by Newport Robbie from the Dam Swift Dixie. On by Alexis McQuaid, Charlottetown. June Coyle picks up her second CDP win of the season. Puts a maiden mark of 2:11 for Newport Swift.
Race 6 up and coming. Your number 7 entry, Sugar Skipper, scratched, replaced with Kiwi Kelly. Carl Beck
is June Coyle, one of the few female drivers around the CDP. As a matter of fact, probably the only one we have, and she gets a win here. Her second of the year.
For Newport Swift, your race winner. 5, Speedy Blick 8, 6, Hawaiian Deal 4, 7, ML Max 7, 8, Sunfolk Rick 3, fractions, quarter 32 and 1, half 105 and 3, 3/4 138 and 4, time for the mile 2:11, a maiden record for 4, Newport Swift. Top down 562, 18473.
And the pay got it as a 2-year-old after 8 starts.
Rating are the entries in race 6. It features Triacta and Quinella Wagering. 1, Harborview Bunter, the Rothmans 2-year-old champion for 1984, owned and driven by Mike O'Brien of Sherwood. 2, Andy Yoakum, owned by Boyd McDonald Crapo, driven by Heath Cobb. 3, Bonshaw Breeze, owned by Eric Doucette, South Rustico, driven by Tom Pino. 4, Hector Herbert, owned by Ivan Turner Winslow, Clifford Murphy driving. 5, Aaron's Mo, owned by Richard McDonald Surrey, Kenny Arsnow in the bike. 6, FG Jenny, owned by Beverly McIsaac Cornwall, driven by Brian McPhee. 7, Kiwi Kelly, owned by the Bagnall Stable Charlottetown, Carl Bagnall in the bike. 8, Island Diana, owned by Duncan Wilson, Vernon Bridge, George Goody will do the driving. Post time for race 6 has been set at 9:30. That leaves 7 minutes to wager on the 6th race. It features Triacta and Quinella Wagering.
Diana at 7180 being overlooked a little. Let's have a listen to Kevin's call here, race 6.
5, Aaron's Mo, 6 is FG Jenny. The outside 7, Kiwi Kelly, 1, trailer 8, Island Diana. Here they come. They're up, and Bonshaw Breeze, Harborview Bunter race for the lead into the turn. It's Harborview Bunter to the top. Bonshaw Breeze drives outside second. Andy Oakham racing out of third. Hector Herbert sits in 4. FG Jenny outside in 5. Island Diana, Aaron's Mo. At the back is Kiwi Kelly. And up the back stretch, they're racing to the opening quarter. They're led by Harborview Bunter up front. Bonshaw Breeze racing second, Andy Oakham third. 4th is Hector Herbert, FG Jenny outside in 5. Then Island Diana, Aaron's Mo. At the back is Kiwi Kelly. Harborview Bunter on top as they race to the 3/8, 31 seconds by the opening quarter. They come off the top turn, racing for the half. They're led by Harborview Bunter. Bonshaw Breeze racing second, Andy Oakham third. FG Jenny drives up on the outside in 4. Hector Herbert racing on a 5. They pass the halfway point. It's the 2-year-old Harborview Bunter on top. Bonshaw Breeze second. FG Jenny outside the race in 3. Following wide in 4 is Aaron's Mo. They go to the 5/8, half in 104. It's Harborview Bunter still on top. Outside second is FG Jenny. Bonshaw Breeze racing it along the rail third. Aaron's Mo up on the outside. 4th, Andy Oakham 5th. And Island Diana, Kiwi Kelly. Hector Herbert at the back. They race some by the 3/4 with the lead up front. Is Harborview Bunter, has it by 1.5. Racing second, Bonshaw Breeze, Aaron's Mo coming 3 wide, outside in 3. Andy Oakham racing 4th. The pace quickens as they swing for home. 1:35 and 4 by the 3/4. It's Harborview Bunter by 2. Bonshaw Breeze racing second, Andy Oakham third. Through the stretch for the mile, right down to the wire. It's all Harborview Bunter, Bonshaw Breeze, Andy Oakham for 3.
Well, Don, I don't know if you're going to be able to keep your feet on the ground much longer here with 2 winners in one night. That's something, isn't it, out of the Harborview Farms?
Well, just a few weeks ago, Norm, we got 2 starters on one program, but to have the 2 starters here tonight and 2 wins, it's just something else. So, like you say, just a little bit high in the air here. But Mike O'Brien, full credit there. Mike had his troubles here to a point on Don McNeil Day when the colt raced off on him, shall we say. That mile perfectly carved out. That last quarter, Norman, 29-1. 29-1 close.
29-1.
29-1 coming home. So he's ready for next Thursday night, I'd say. He's ready to meet the competition.
To the wires, unofficial winner of race 6, your number 1 and 3 Harborview Bunter. 2-year-old pacing brown colt by Major League from the Dam Dancer Greenwood. On by Mike O'Brien of Sherwood. Mike picks up his 5th winning drive of the season. He's the Rothman's 2-year-old champion of 1984. Showing us why here tonight. Last quarter, 29-1 quite effortlessly. 2:05 the mile for 1 Harborview Bunter. Race 7 up and coming, 1 equal change. The driver, Doug McGregor.
And a happy group of kids down there with Mike O'Brien in the winner's circle there for Harborview Bunter. A very impressive trip.
Harborview Bunter, your race winner. 2 Andy Yoakum, 3. 3 Bonshaw Breeze, 2. 4 Hector Herbert, 4. 5 Aaron's Mo, 5. 6 FG Jenny, 8. 7 Kiwi Kelly, 7. 8 Alan Diana, 6. Fractions, quarter, 31. Half, 104. 3/4, 135 and 4. Time for the mile, 2:05. Top down, 132. 45, 876.
Farmer wrote in his column, I think he took a shortcut across the center.
It's the first half of the Daily Double. Also features Quinella Wagering. 1 equal change. Owned and driven by Doug McGregor, Milton. 2 Lucto's Flame. On by Ron Kennedy, Kensington, Albert Bernard in the bike. 3 Tough Yankee. On by Billy Rick, Charlottetown, Jack Snow in the bike. 4 Elm River Rocket. On by Sterling McQuarrie, North Wilshire, North Winslow, driven by Cal McQuarrie. 5 Aries Sherry. On by Philip Kelly, Slummin Park, Bob Craig driving. 6 Maple Leaf Arnett. Owned and driven by Ralph Anir Montague. 7 Scratched. 8 Mormac Howard. On by Myron Gamester, Hunter River. Graham Chapel will do the driving. Post time for the 7th race has been set at 9:48. That leaves 6 minutes to wager on race 7. It features Daily Double and Quinella Wagering.
Let's have a listen to Kevin's
Race
call.
7 tonight's trot. Top of the stretch has 1 equal change. 2 Lucto's Flame. 3 Tough Yankee. 4 Elm River Rocket. 5 Aries Sherry. The outside 6 Maple Leaf Arnett. 1 Trailer 8 Mormac Howard. Here they come. They're off and trotting. Equal change out along the rail. Takes a minute there. Maple Leaf Arnett coming quickly outside to race second. Up between horses. Third is Lucto's Flame. Mormac Howard at the rail. They race into the turn. Trotting on by the 8th. It's equal change off the top. Lucto's Flame drives up 2 on the outside. Mormac Howard racing inside third. 4th is Aries Sherry from 5 Tough Yankee. And Maple Leaf Arnett. Elm River Rocket trails. Lucto's Toes Flame. He was second. He's now to the top as they trot by the opening quarter. It's Luck Toes Flame has it by 2 as they race to the 3/8. Equal Change sits in 2. From 3, Mormac Coward, Uri Sherry now to the outside in 4. 32 and 4 by the opening quarter. They come off the top turn to running for the half. Luck Toes Flame off the top. Uri Sherry quickly now second. Equal Change racing third. Tough Yankee swings wide in 4. Mormac Coward and Maple Leaf Fernet. Elm River Rocket trails. They're trotting past the half to the 5/8. Luck Toes Flame off the top. Uri Sherry racing second by the half in 105. I go by the 5/8. Luck Toes Flame off the top. Uri Sherry right there second. A gap of 2 back to Equal Change third. Mormac Coward now to the outside in 4. Tough Yankee fifth. And Maple Leaf Fernet. Elm River Rocket trails. They trot past the 3/4. It's Luck Toes Flame. Here comes Uri Sherry now to the outside as Luck Toes Flame goes to a break. They race on to the 7/8. Uri Sherry off the top. Luck Toes Flame to a break second. Equal Change. Mormac Coward racing third. 1:37 by the 3/4. They trot to the stretch for the mile. Uri Sherry on top has it by 3. Right down to the wire. They're not catching Uri Sherry tonight. Equal Change for 2. Mormac Coward for 3. Number 5 entry, Uri Sherry. 3-year-old trotting Bay Filly by AC's Dandy from the Damn Amazing Heel on by Philip Kelly of Slemon Park. Bobby Craig picks up his 9th CDP win of the season. That's 9 wins from 14 tries for the filly. This time a good trotting trip, 2:08 and 2 for 5, Uri Sherry.
I think for Uri Sherry, Norm, that's her 8th win in her last 9 starts. Is that not correct?
That's right. The only one she lost was to Luck Toes Flame the other last week in the mud, or a week or so ago in the mud. And
that would have been 9 in a row if she had have been able to snag that one. She is one super filly, a 3-year-old daughter of AC's Dandy, the most successful 3-year-old trotter in stakes action this year, now showing with that $175, which is chicken feed compared to what she normally gets, but she's now up to around $12,500. 9 wins from 14 starts. We'll go to tote board and take results here.
Rocket 5, 5 Uri Sherry, your race winner. 6 Maple Leaf Fernet 7, 7 scratched, 8 Mormac Coward 3, fractions, quarter 32 and 4, half 105, 3/4 137, time for the mile 2:08 and 2, top down 264, 5-1, 7 drawn 3.
93, and we've got 15 minutes.
5 and 4. We've got a post parade here in race number 8. Let's have a look with Kevin.
It features Triacta Wagering, 1 Irvin O'Day. On by Bill McLeod Vernon, driven by Clifford Murphy. 2 Nyastar. On by Janet Campbell and Bill Henderson, driven by Paul McDonald. 3 Fillet of Seal. On by Hall, Gallant and Bernard, Albert Bernard driving. 4 Dusty Lane Bandit. On by Ronnie Gas Cornwall, Ronnie driving. 5 Graduate Boy. On by Stu McClure, Charlottetown, driven by Earl Smith. 6 Glengall Minber. On by Board McDonald Crapo, driven by Heath Cobb. 7 Fine Rebel. On by Alex McPhee Cornwall, Alex drives. 8 Striking Illusion. On by Bob Siemens and Andre Quebec, Donnie McDougall will do the driving. Post time for race 8 has been set at 10:07. That leaves 6 minutes to wager on the 8th race. It features Triacta Wagering.
I was looking at the program. I was thinking 138 or 138 or 123.
The outside 7 Fine Rebel, 1 Trailer 8 Striking Illusion. Here they come. They're off. Dusty Lane Bandit follows the gate out, takes the lead as they race into the turn. Glengall Minber up the race outside in 2, and along the rail 3rd is Irvin O'Day. Striking Illusion up tied 4th. They go by the 8th outside into the top. Glengall Minber. Dusty Lane Bandit now racing 2nd. Irvin O'Day sits 3rd. 4th is Striking Illusion. Nia Star in 5, and Graduate Boy Fillet of Seal at the back past the opening quarter is Finer Rebel. Glengall Minber on top has it by a length and a quarter as they race to the 3/8. Dusty Lane Bandit 2nd, Irvin O'Day racing 3rd. 4th is Striking Illusion. They come off the top turner racing for the half. With the lead up front is Glengall Minber racing out of 2. Dusty Lane Bandit. Irvin O'Day racing out of 3. 30 seconds by the opening quarter, passing the half. It's Glengall Minber by 2. Dusty Lane Bandit 2nd, Irvin O'Day racing 3rd. 4th is Striking Illusion, Nia Star in 5. And Graduate Boy Fillet of Seal makes a move 7th. And Finer Rebel trails. They pass the 5/8. Glengall Minber still on top. A minute 2/5 by the half. Glengall Minber on top to the 3/4. Dusty Lane Bandit 2nd, Irvin O'Day coming quickly outside. He's now up the race 2nd. He'll go for the lead as they race by the 3/4. It's Glengall Minber. Irvin O'Day up 2 on the outside. Striking Illusion coming with a late rush on the outside in 3. Graduate Boy from the back. He's 3 wide in 4. They have an 1/8 of a mile left to go. 1:32 and 1 by the 3/4. It's Irvin O'Day. Graduate Boy on the outside. Striking Illusion. Graduate Boy Striking Illusion. They race it out right down to the wire. It'll be Graduate Boy Striking Illusion. Fillet of Seal for 3. To the wires, unofficial winner of race 8 to number 5 entry, Graduate Boy. 13-year-old pacing Bay Gelding by Papriki from the Dam Maries. On the Stu McClure of Charlottetown, Earl Smith picks up his 30th winning drive of the season. Good trip for the old horse, 2:04 and 1 for 5, Graduate Boy.
And Stu and Wilma McClure rushing out to the winner's circle there, followed by Kenny Thompson, and I think Gary Devine is on the front end of the horse. We can't catch him, but happy group out there. Graduate Boy, a 13-year-old with a record, I think, somewhere in the order of 157 and a bit. Classy old campaigner, a lot of money in the lifetime this horse has made, over $100,000, and showed his class there coming the last half there off those quick fractions. A nice trip of 2:04 and 1 for the which is really excellent for this class of a horse. And I don't think there is a photo, I guess, for 3rd and 4th positions. As it presently is posted, they have Graduate Boy, Striking Illusion, Fillet of Seal, and number 1, I think Glengall Minber, Irvin O'Day, I'm sorry.
Seal 3, 4 Dusty Lane Bandit 6, 5 Graduate Boy, your race winner, 6 Glengall Minber 7, 7 Fine Rebel 5, 8 Striking Illusion 2, fractions, quarter 30, half, a minute 2/5, 3/4, 1:32 and 1, time for the mile 2:04 and 1, top down 4:83, 6:1, 7:52. Operating are the entries in race 9. Tonight's feature, it features Exactor and Quinella Wagering, 1 Jolly Irvin. On by Albert Taylor, St. Peter's Bay, Clifford Murphy driving. 2 Umbro Ultrasonic. On by Boyd and Wayne White, driven by Ken Hughes. 3 Chet's Pride, owned and driven by Danny Gass Cornwall. 4 Glengall Tammy. On by Doug McGregor Winslow, Doug driving. 5 Island Escort. On by Bob Webster and H.B. Willis, driven by Alan Sharon. 6 Bye Bye by Sink. On by Alan McDonald Surrey, Alan does the driving. 7 Playboy. On by Hugh Nicholson Cornwall, driven by Earl Smith. 8 Kingston Elmhurst. On by Eric Craig Crapo, Paul McDonald will do the driving. Post time for the 9th has been set at 10:28. That leaves 7 minutes to wager on race 9. It features Exactor and Quinella Wagering. Is not Glengall Tammy, 5 Island Escort, 6 Bye Sink, the outside 7 Playboy, 1 trailer 8 Kingston Elmhurst. Here they come. They're off, and Chet's Pride, quick off the gate, takes them out of there. Jolly Irvin racing it along the rails. 2nd, Umbro Ultrasonic outside in 3. They're 3 wide up front, getting on by the 8th with the lead. Jolly Irvin, Chet's Pride to a break. On up the back stretch, they're racing to the opening quarter. Umbro Ultrasonic outside and to the front as they arrive at the quarter. Racing 2nd, Jolly Irvin, Kingston Elmhurst 3rd, 4th is Island Escort, Glengall Tammy in 5, then it's Playboy, Chet's Pride, and Bye Sink trails. Passing the opening quarter, they race on to the 3/8. It's Umbro Ultrasonic off the top. Jolly Irvin 2nd, Kingston Elmhurst are racing 3rd, 30 and 3 by the opening quarter. They swing off the 3/8 turn for the halfway point. It's Umbro Ultrasonic on top. Kingston Elmhurst up 2 on the outside. Jolly Irvin racing 3rd. 4th is Island Escort. There goes Playboy now to the outside in 5. And Glengall Tammy Bye Sink. Chet's Pride out the back. There go to the 5/8 half in 102. It's Umbro Ultrasonic off the top. Kingston Elmhurst drives at him outside 2nd. Jolly Irvin racing 3rd. Playboy on the outside in 4. Island Escort racing on a 5. They go to the 3/4. It's Umbro Ultrasonic on top. Kingston Elmhurst at him outside 2nd. Jolly Irvin racing 3rd. Playboy wide in 4. Island Escort 5th. And Glengall Tammy Bye Sink. Chet's Pride trailing 1:33 by the 3/4. They have an 1/8 of a mile left to go. It's Umbro Ultrasonic as they swing for home. Kingston Elmhurst on the outside. Here comes Playboy, Island Escort up along the rail. 6 of them right across the track. Who's got the luck of the stretch? It's gonna be Island Escort. It's awfully close for 2nd and 3rd. To the wires, unofficial winner of race 9, the number 5 entry Island Escort. 3-year-old pacing Bay Colt by Dreammaker from the Damn Saucy Sister. On by Bob Webster and H.B. Willis of Charlottetown. Alan Sharon picks up his 28th winning drive of the season. Puts a new race record, a good trip of 2:04 on 5 Island Escort.
And there's Nancy out there, Don, along with Mother Nina, I believe.
Yes, and I think Papa was there too, wasn't he? There, nonchalantly strolling back from the winner's circle. Big Bad Bob
Hips
there.
in his pockets, holding on to his money.
Dr. Robert J., as they called a horse one time, Bob Webster. Man who's got a big operation out Brookfield Way, big Holly Lane Island farm, and coming back in after one of those, so many wins. But they're all sweet, aren't they, Norman? You can't get too many of those things.
No, you can't, no.
They didn't.
Pride 8, 4 Glengall Tammy 6, 5 Island Escort, your race winner, 6 Bye Sink 2, 7 Playboy 4, 8 Kingston Elmhurst 3, fractions, quarter 30 and 3, half 102, 3/4 133, time for the mile 2:04, a new race record for 5 Island Escort. Top down 5, 7, 8, 6, 1, 2, 4,
Then
3.
he's going to bring this fella back here next Thursday. He hasn't been in a stake race in his life yet. And look for him to be as tough as any in there. I'd just like to watch it because I bet he's ready to go.
Didn't he just win in
2-2
and 3.
Final race this evening. It features Triacta and Quinella Wagering. 1 Civility. On by Keith McLeod, Charlottetown, driven by Brian McPhee. 2, Daryl John. On by Bill Rick, Charlottetown, Dougie McGregor driving. 3, Primrose Special. On by Karen Taylor Orwell, Sidstead Jr. drives. 4, Strong Lee. On by Malcolm McLean, Charlottetown, Buddy Campbell in the bike. 5, Island Exception. On by Fred Pound, Charlottetown, George Goody drives. 6, Island Encore. On by H.B. Willis, Charlottetown, driven by Alex McPhee. 7, Nick Rob Peggy. On by Fenton Bambrick, Parkdale, Albert Bernard drives. 8, Ray Bell Joan. On by Ralph Frizzle Winslow. Ralph will do the driving. Post time for the final race tonight has been set at 10:47. That leaves 8 minutes to wager on race 10. It features Triacta and Quinella Wagering.
10 behind the gate. Let's pick up Kevin Boomer Gallant's call here of
Final
the
race of the evening, top of the stretch has 1, Civility, 2, Daryl John, 3, Primrose Special, 4, Strong Lee, 5, Island Exception, 6 is Island Encore, the outside 7, Nick Rob Peggy, 1 trailer, 8, Ray Bell Joan. Here they come. We have a recall in race 10, recall. And Civility quick off the gate, takes them into their Primrose Special, drives up between horses outside second, racing 3 wide into the turn 30 is Island Exception, Daryl John to a break. I go by the 8th and up the back stretch, racing to the opening quarter. It's Primrose Special on top, Civility drives second, Island Exception on the outside in 3, Strongly racing 4th, Nick Rob Peggy in 5, and it's Island Encore, Ray Bell Joan. Daryl John at the back. Passing the opening quarter, they go on to the 3/8. Primrose Special on top. Civility racing second. Island Exception sits third. He's now to the outside. Racing fourth is Strongly. Nick Rob Peggy fifth. 30-3 by the opening quarter. They come off the top turner, racing for the half with the lead up front. Primrose Special. Island Exception up the challenge outside second. Civility racing it along the rail third. Fourth is Strongly. They pass the halfway point with the lead up front. Primrose Special. Island Exception outside second. Civility up tight along the rail in 3. Fourth is Strongly. Civility to a break as they race by the 5/8 half in 1:04. Passing the 5/8, they race to the 3/4. Primrose Special now by 3 as they go to the 3/4. Strongly up on the outside, a second. Island Exception third. Nick Rob Peggy outside in 4. I go by the 3/4 on to the 7/8. Primrose Special on top. Strongly coming quickly a second. They have an 1/8 of a mile left to go. Off the 7/8 turn for home they come. It's Primrose Special. Strongly up and at 'em on the outside. Off the top turn for home they come. Primrose Special. Strongly drives at 'em outside. They race it out right down to the wire. Primrose Special. Strongly. It'll be Primrose Special. Strongly up for 3. Ray Bell Jones.
The races.
Have you checked with the weatherman to make sure that there's no inclement conditions?
Well, there's no guarantees come with the weather, that's for sure.
All right, let's take Kevin's results.
Daryl John 8, 3 Primrose Special, your race winner. 4 Strongly 2, 5 Island Exception 7, 6 Island Encore 5.